BXB. It's in the game!
Hey guys, it's me Ben back with another of what I promised to be a quick review. After the mammoth 15-minute long review of Mass Effect Andromeda, I'm back looking at an indie title newly released on Xbox One and PS4, and that is Punch Club, a game that has been available since the start of last year on PC. It also has come out on iOS. Some of you might know Punch Club actually due to the sort of controversy that surrounded key reselling and piracy of this title. It's a little indie game. It's published by tinyBuild, one of the best indie publishers out there working today. We love here at BXB, we love supporting the indie games on Xbox One and PS4, and we think it's always really exciting to see these games that would normally only have ever had a home on PC turning up on these consoles now that those ecosystems have opened up. And I harp on about that a lot, but I think it's a really fantastic development for console gaming that we get to experience these type of titles. And basically what I'm saying, we're bringing up the controversy, is that if you're interested in a game like this, it's not got a huge price tag on it, try it, buy it. Don't pirate this stuff. Support these developers, because if you don't support these developers, these cool games, these experiences, these unique, weird games, which is what Punch Club is, would cease to exist. And nobody wants that, do they? We want to see our games diversify. Anyway, I digress, and I should probably talk more specifically about Punch Club. Punch Club is the story of a young man who is orphaned at an early age when his father is killed mysteriously, and that sets you upon this quest to become a fighter, to train and to find out who murdered your father and sort of unravel this mystery. And that's kind of the overarching plot of Punch Club. What Punch Club actually is, though, is a management game. You're managing your stats, your abilities, your skills, your finances, your health, and your stamina as you go through the game. And what you're going to do is, obviously in a game called Punch Club, you're going to do some fighting. And the fighting in Punch Club mostly revolves around this sort of automated system that the AI controls based on your skills and abilities at that point. So you're doing a lot of leveling up, you're doing a lot of training. However, there is a wrinkle to this system, and it's probably the one part of this system that will maybe make you take pause when it comes to actually picking up this game, and that is that your skills can degrade over time if you don't put enough effort into maintaining them. I think that's a really brave move. And I think what happened here is that Lazy Bear, the developers, have looked at what it would be to train to be a fighter, to work in the MMA scene, or, even in the underground scene. If you want to be a boxer, for example, you've got to keep training and keep at those abilities, otherwise they will degrade. You'll get lazy, you'll get fat. But basically Punch Club is all about managing your time. Think of the time management elements from the Persona series, where you have to balance schoolwork with your dungeon crawling and those kind of things. Well, that's very similar here in Punch Club. What you've got to do is you've got to, every day you have to think about how do you best allocate your time. And that might mean going to work to make money so you can travel easier and get around faster. That might mean spending more time in the gym. That might mean having a big meal, so you can get your health up and things like that. And these these sort of time constraints will change on a daily basis as you maybe lead into a big fight or think about the next big tournament. As you go around the big world that is Punch Club, it's actually quite a diverse world. You're going to meet lots of different characters. You're going to get involved in side quests and stories, and everything is quite wacky because it's kind of centered around this 80s and 90s sort of movie pastiche. So there's lots of humor based around sort of spoofing and pointing fun at films like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Rambo and Rocky and things like that, which is, I find, as a child of that era, incredibly engaging and funny and a lot of fun. The gameplay, though, in Punch Club itself is a little dry. The fact that they've obfuscated the actual fighting to be this AI-controlled system, rather than you directly controlling your fighter, it's a brave choice. Because it kind of pulls you out of the experience of it. I would have loved to have been able to actually control the fighting myself, but this is a management game. This is not a fighting game. This is more like a football, championship manager or motorsport manager or something like that you might find on Steam, rather than a Street Fighter or something to that effect. So, you're going to be reading a lot of text, you're going to be looking at a lot of stats, you're going to be sort of pouring through, different skill trees and things to that nature, rather than, diving into fights and using your own button mashing abilities to see who comes out on top. I like that though. You know, I'm a gamer of the PC type, which comes from things like SimCity and Civilization and those management games I mentioned a moment ago. So those sort of elements didn't bother me. What's really cool is having a game like this on the console, and the port has been done in-house by tinyBuild, and it's actually a really nice port. You wouldn't necessarily have thought that a game like this would fit well on PC, but because of the art style, the fact that the menus are quite clearly designed, and nothing is too obfuscated behind lots and lots and lots of different text, it actually means getting around on a controller while watching it on TV isn't that hard to do. However, just because of my old nature of gaming, I would say perhaps a game like this is best suited to a PC or maybe an iPad or something like that, where you've got the screen a bit closer, but you know, that's a personal preference. However, I give many props to Lazy Bear and tinyBuild for putting a game out like this on Xbox. It's a fun game, it's a different kind of experience, and I definitely recommend people check it out. So because of that, I give Punch Club 3 out of 5 stars.
BXB. It's in the game.